Wow, is that a Squirtle? About to catch this guy? Okay, that was really lame. But anyways, how's it going, YouTube? Welcome to the Duke Now channel. Today, welcome back, YouTube. Welcome to the Duke Now channel. And today we'll be reviewing Pikachu. Oh, let's go Pikachu. The new Pokemon that came out on Switch a few weeks ago. Now, of course, I got the Pokeball with it, and there's a few things that you can get with it that you can't if you don't have it, of course. Now, the game is, of course, a remake of the first Pokemon Yellow game that came out back in 1990 something. I can't really get, I think it's 97, 98. In this game, you're pretty much using the Pokemon Go catching mechanic, where of course instead of battling the Pokemon, beating it to death, and then right before it's gonna die you throw a Pokeball at it and then catch it. You're pretty much throwing berries at it, making it like you, and then of course then you catch it. So it's a little bit on that one. Now the fighting is still there. The fighting mechanic of the turn-based fighting of Pokemon is still there. So you're still, there's a lot of turn-based. I think that was the fear of this Pokemon game, whether you were gonna fight fight other trainers with your Pokemon or while you're raising your Pokemon. And that's a yes, you still level up with it, but I think in my opinion you level up more by catching them. Now, what you can do with this Pokeball right here. Now, there's a few things you can do with this Pokeball. One, you can use it as a controller, which is kind of cool. Yeah, never in, I guess, in a video game history was there a controller like this, and you can play a whole game just with this thing. You don't need to have another adapter. You don't have to have another separate controller with it. You can just play it like that. So with, of course, you can play with the whole game with this thing. Now, there's a few things that you get more bang for your buck, and that is, of course, using it for Pokemon Go. With Pokemon Go, you can, of course, you don't have to go through your phone and rotate those Pokestops. This will do it for you. This will also catch Pokemons for you, which is kind of cool. Now, how will this benefit you in the game? And one of the big benefits, of course, you can take your Pokemons for a walk. Kind of back like in Heart Gold and Soul Silver, when that had a little Pokeball thing. I think I still have it somewhere stored. Anyways, the point is, it's kind of like that. You get to walk your Pokemon. You get to like, the more steps you take, of course, the more your Pokemon levels up. This is definitely gonna be kind of like a pay to win kind of thing, which I'm not a big fan of. But then again, whatever. It's a Pokeball. You pay 50 bucks for it, and you get a Mew with it. So that's kind of cool. Now, the whole game is pretty much one of the biggest I think negatives in my opinion. It's that it's kind of like a Pokemon Go, setup where you need to catch your Pokemon to kind of level up your other Pokemon, and of course by catching them you can catch so many multiples, and then you just trade it off to the professor, so you can get candies and level up your main Pokemon that you want to level up. So that's kind of like I wanted the old-fashioned kind of feel of kind of battling Pokemons, the wild Pokemon, and leveling up your Pokemon like that. I miss that grind. Now in this one, there's not really much of a grind. It's just kind of going through the whole game really passively. It's definitely a beginner's game. It's not a hardcore Pokemon. Luckily, there is news that a new Pokemon game will come out that is actually hardcore, turn-based, all the way through and through. So this is just gonna be like a temporary kind of distraction while that is being developed. So that's kind of cool about that. Now, the game does, it does kind of fall in the traps of being really repetitive, and of course you're gonna get bored after you get post-game. The only fun thing will be, of course, is having fun with your friends that actually have the game and actually battle with them. So that's kind of cool. Another thing, you can transfer your Pokemon Go Pokemon into the game, so that's also kind of cool. So that's pretty much what this game is. It's just old-fashioned Pokemon with a few new innovative things to it with Pokemon Go. So that's pretty much it with the game. Now, the whole game is great. That Pokemon Go thing, I wasn't a big fan of the game when it first came out, and this game kind of drew me back into that app. But now I'm kind of fading away on the app again, just because I got the Pokemon that I wanted and I just transferred to the game itself. So, I guess. I think that's the only gripes I have with the game. There's a few things like repetitiveness. It does get kind of old in a bit, but it's cool seeing your starter Pokemon interact with you. So that's kind of cool about that. Now this game is gonna give a good 9 out of 10. It is an amazing game. It's still a Pokemon through and through, heart to heart. If you're a Pokemon fan, you're a Pikachu fan, you're an Eevee fan, I highly recommend you get this. And of course, just level up your Pokemon and battle with someone with it. That's really awesome. Now 9 out of 10 for the game. So what you guys think of the video? Do you guys agree with me or disagree? Give a thumbs up if you do, thumbs down if you don't, and of course hit that notification bell to give you the heads up when I of course always post. And don't forget to subscribe. This is the Duke Now channel, and have a great day. Oh. And have a great day. MTV. Imagine if there's like an MTV kind of Ash Ketchum, you know? He would only catch celebrities and, you know, fight other celebrities with other celebrities. MTV Ash Ketchum, I'm gonna catch you, Kanye West. Okay, we're done here. Alright, I'm done.